I want to start off by giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Ruach HaKodesh, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and taught me this truth. Alright, this is lesson number title, Let It Rain. First scripture, starting in 2 Thessalonians, the second chapter. I'm going to start at the 5th verse. Remember ye now, not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. And now ye know that withholding that he might be revealed in this time. For the mystery of the iniquity does already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken away out of it. And then should that wicked be revealed, who the Lord should consume with the spirit of his mouth, and he should destroy with the brightness of his coming. And that wicked is being revealed at this very time. We now know who he is, We now know who they are. Who the Edomites are. Alright? Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with our powers and signs and lying wonders. Alright? Alright? And what it say, the 8th verse, and that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord should consume with the spirit of his mouth, and should destroy with the brightness of his coming. And we all know that it's going to be the intercontinental missiles and that chariot fire coming from, what they call them, UFAs now, used to be UFOs back in the day. That's what it's going to be, the chariot fire and no missiles going on. The Lord is going to consume with the spirit of his mouth, and should destroy with the brightness of his coming. Alright, let's go over to Genesis, the 19th chapter, and I'm going to start at the 23rd verse. The sun was risen up upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and the fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew these cities, all the plains and all the inhabitants of the city, and that which grew upon the earth. But his wife looked back behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. So that's letting us know when we come into this truth, when we start believing in this truth and start studying, that we're supposed to keep moving forward. Don't look back, alright? The Lord said, remember Lot's wife, alright? You gotta keep the faith, you gotta keep pushing on. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he stood before the Lord. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and toward all the land of the plain, and behold, lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when Yahweh destroyed the cities of the plain, that power remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow. So this saying the Lord at that time, Lot was the elect. Power remembered him because of Abraham and saved him. And when he overthrew the city in the which Lot dwelled. So the Lord saved this elect, and that's what we're looking for this time, for the Lord to save his elect this time. Alright, because we know once again that we are stuck in that time. Alright, because that's going to be the only way out of America when all this go down. The Lord's got to choose to save you. Alright, this is Job, the 2nd chapter, and I'm going to start at verse 1. Blow ye a trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is now at hand. A darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, there has been ever delights. Neither should be any more after it, for even for the years of many generations. So pretty much that this is gonna be a day that there's never been a day like, there's never been a destruction like it's gonna be on the day of the Lord. Okay, it's gonna be the worst time, ever since that time. And that's why you should be praying that the Lord finds you worthy to be one of the ones that gets to go up on their turrets and gets to wait till the indignation passes over. Alright. A fire devours before them, and behold, a flame burns, and the land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolation. So pretty much the land is pretty before they come in a desolate wilderness, yet nothing should escape them. And at this point, you should know, they talking about them intercontinental missiles. Is what the Lord is talking about at this time. Alright, so the land gonna be beautiful before they come in, but after they go off, it's gonna be a desolate wilderness. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen should they run. Like the noise of a chariot, on top of a mountain, should they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devours the stubble, as strong people sit in battle. Alright, so they're just telling you how loud they're gonna be. Alright. Before their face, the people should be much pale. Our faces should gather blackness. So, people when they knowing they coming in, everybody's gonna be sad, scared or whatever. Because you seen that little video they got, or that little warning, but what they say, the warning only gives you a short period of time before they hit. Alright, so when you hear them sirens and going off in the city, which is the equivalent of the trumpets in the ancient world, it's really gonna be too late to do anything at that time. They should run like mighty men. They should climb the walls like men of war. They should march everyone on his way, and they should not break their rank. So pretty much saying these missiles are gonna do what the Lord wanted to do. They ain't gonna break their rank. Neither should one thrust another. They should walk everyone in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they should not be wounded. Alright, so pretty much ain't nothing gonna stop these missiles from doing what they're supposed to do. They should run to and from in the city. They should run upon the walls. They should climb up onto the houses. They should enter in the windows like a thief. That's that fire just going through the city, destroying everything. It's gonna go off, through the windows, get people in their houses no matter where they at. We know some of the elite are gonna escape because of the nuclear bunkers they got, and they're gonna be on the ground, but they're only escaping to be the first fruit of slavery. So who knows, is that a good deal or not? Alright, because they just gonna be the first slaves in the kingdom of heaven. Alright, so with it, they just gonna be the first slaves in the kingdom of heaven. Neither should one thrust another, and they should walk everyone in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they should not be wounded. Alright, they should run to and from the city. Alright, and they say they should enter into the window like a thief. Alright, the earth should quake before them, the heavens should tremble, the sun and the moon should be dark, and the stars should withdraw their shining. Alright, and the Lord should utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. He is strong that executed his words, for the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide in it? Alright, so when that rain come, who gonna be able to stand the rain? Like the other son, can you stand the rain? Alright, and obviously, and no one gonna be able to stand the Lord's reign. So we're gonna have to have the Lord to deliver us and save us in that day. This is Isaiah 66, and I'm gonna read verses 15 and 16. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebukes with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with our flesh. And the slain of the Lord should be many. Alright, so just letting you know when these chariots come, when these nukes go off, the slain of the Lord will be many. Alright, and we know it says in the scriptures, it's gonna be so many dead bodies that they ain't even gonna be able to bury them all. It's gonna be too many to bury. Alright, and getting back to where we started off, Isaiah, let's go 34. Then should a wicked be revealed, who the Lord should consume with the brightness of his coming, with the spirit of his mouth and the brightness of his coming. Alright, this is Isaiah 31st chapter. I'm gonna start at, I guess I'll just start at the top. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear all that is therein in the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations. Alright, so the Lord said he mad at all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. And when the Lord said he's mad at all nations, that includes Israel. Because remember, 2/3 of Israel got to get it too. Alright? He's only gonna save his elect. And the fury upon all their armies. And he has destroyed them. And he has delivered them to the slaughter. Alright? So the fury is upon all nations, and he's going to deliver them to the slaughter. And like I said, he's delivering 2/3 of Israel to the slaughter. That's 66% of the Israelites are going to die in this too. So it ain't just the heathen nations. Alright? Their slain also should be cast out, and their stink should come up out of their carcasses, and their mountains should be melted with their blood. Alright? And the mountains, it's talking about the governments, they're going to be melted with their blood. They're going to be dissolved. They're going to be non-existent. And all the hosts of heavens should be dissolved, and the heavens should be rolled together as a scroll. And that's what it's going to look like when them nukes go off. When that chariot fire here, it's going to look like the heavens is rolling together like a scroll. It's Isaiah describing the mushroom cloud. And all their hosts shall fall down as leaves fall upon the vine, and as the fallen figs from the fig tree. Because we know figs don't fall straight down. They fall there like an arch. Is where that's getting it, alright? So that's just letting you know what it's gonna be like in that day. Alright. For my sword should be bathed in heaven, and behold, it should come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Alright? So we know Idumea is another way of saying the Edomites. And this day it should come down upon all Idumea and upon my people of my curse to judgment. Alright? So that is the Lord saying that's who he's coming for. Alright? And this is, like we say, an end time prophecy. We know that. Now, let's go over to Isaiah, the 13th chapter. And I'm going to start at verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against thee, which should not regard silver, and as for gold, they should not delight in it. So pretty much they're not going to be able to be paid off. They're going to get mad. And we know the Medes is pretty much modern day Russia, Iran, and Afghanistan, that area. Alright? So they're going to be mad, and you ain't going to be able to pay them off. Their bows also should dash the young man to pieces. They should have no pity upon the fruit of their womb. Their eyes should not spare children. And we know when it's talking about the bows, it's talking about the missiles. Alright, in Babylon, the glorious kingdom, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellence should be as when power overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Alright, so it's letting you know that Babylon the Great is going to look like when the Lord overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Alright, now we're going to go over to Job, the 20th chapter, 18th verse. That which he labored for should he restore, and should not swallow it down according to his substance, should the restitution be, and he should not rejoice therein. Because he had oppressed and forsaken the poor, because he had violently taken away and house which he built not. So because this man took everything from people that didn't belong to him, this is what he gonna get. Surely he should not feel quickenings in his belly. He should not save of that which he desired. There should none of his meat be left. Therefore should no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he should be in strength. So when he thinks he about to put everything out, he's gonna be in strength. Every hand of the wicked should come upon him. All the other nations are gonna come up against him. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh should cast the fury of his wrath upon him and should rain it upon him while he is eating. Alright, so when they think they're about to pull off this evil plan, they want to pull it off, this chip they don't want us talking about, all this evil that they are pushing, and this plan, this new world order, this NWO they trying to pull it off. The Lord is gonna rain his fury upon them while he's eating. They ain't gonna get it pulled off. They ain't gonna get it together. He should flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel should strike him through. And that's talking about them nuclear missiles. It is drawn, it comes out of the body, yet the glittering sword comes out of his gallows. Terrors are upon him. It's talking about them missiles leaving the silos. Alright. All darkness should be hid. All darkness should be hid in his secret places. If fire not burned should consume him, it should go ill with him that is left in his tabernacles. The heavens should reveal his iniquity, and the earth should rise up against him. So pretty much everybody is going to turn against these people. Alright? The increase of his house should depart. His goods should flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from Yahweh, and the heritage appointed to him by Yahweh. Alright, so this is the portion of a wicked man. This is what he's going to get for being wicked. Alright? He's going to lose everything in the end. And then, let's go back to where we started. 2 Thessalonians 2nd chapter. Okay. 2nd chapter in alright, the 8th verse. And then should that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord should consume with the spirit of his mouth, and should destroy with the brightness of his coming. Alright, that rain, those missiles, that nuclear fire, that chariot fire, the brightness of the Lord coming. This is Revelation, the 18th chapter, and I'm going to read verses 2 through 6. And he cried with a strong voice, saying, Babylon, that great city is fallen. It is fallen. It has become the habitation of devils, and the holes of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Alright? For all nations have drunken of the wine of the wrath of her fornications, and the kings of the earth are committed fornications with her. The merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her decency. And I heard a voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye may not be partakers of her sins, and that ye may not receive of her plagues. Alright, now what this is saying, a mighty voice crying, it come the habitations of devils, every foul spirits, every kind of demon, every kind of unclean thing you are not supposed to be doing, from the alphabet community to women ruling over men, everything wicked. This place Babylon, the great embraces, alright? Pedophilia, you know what I'm saying? Police killing the innocent, shooting down innocent people, robbing, stealing, murdering. This place got it all, and a lot of it is accepted, right? They say it ain't nothing wrong with being an alphabet person. They say it ain't nothing wrong with a woman reigning over a man. But to Yahweh, all this stuff is completely wicked and out of order. Alright? So that's why the Lord say, and I hear the great voice from heaven, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sin, that you receive not of her plagues. So when it's saying come out of her, my people, it's saying that not physically come out of it, but mentally come out of Babylon the Great. Mentally come out of America, alright, so that you don't have to share in the judgment that America got to get. For her sins have reached unto the heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquity. Reward her even as she have rewarded you. Double unto her according to her works, in the cup which she hath filled to her double. So pretty much give Babylon double what it has given all the people that's in Babylon, Give it double. Alright, all the murder, killing, raping is done. Make its punishment double. Alright. So now we're gonna drop down to the 20th verse. Rejoice over her, thy heavens, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh have avenged you on her. And as a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence should that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. So, it's saying with them nukes, that chariot fire, Babylon's gonna be thrown down with violence, and you ain't gonna be able to find it no more at all. Alright? It's what it said in Isaiah 13th chapter, I believe. No one would dwell in Babylon ever again after that. Alright? Now let's go to Ezekiel. My last scripture, Ezekiel 35th chapter. Alright, and I'm gonna read the 2nd through the 9th verse, I believe. Alright. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesied against it. And it said unto it, thus saith the Lord power, behold, Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. And we know when it say Mount Seir, Idumea, the Edomites, is talking about the same group of people. Alright. I will lay thy city waste, and thou shalt be a desolation. Thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Alright, so this is why everything is going to rain down on this place, Babylon the Great, on America, because these people have not hated blood. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off it from that pass out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men in thy hills, and in thy valleys, and in all thy rivers should thou fall that are slain with the sword. And I will make thee a perpetual desolation, and the city should not return, and ye should know that I am the Lord. So pretty much the Lord saying when he destroy Esau, he's destroying it forever. He's going to make it a perpetual desolation. Alright? And with that, I'm going to say Shalom.